young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, and him.
I told the people, yes, I'm him. I did the impossible, but I'm not him. Gotta be by the escalator. Him on the rim, hit a better with a blitz. We gon' study this film. I ain't gotta say nothing. Ain't know it's for real. Country, trying to give me your meal. You want you some violence, you got you a deal. Mr. Bushwick, Bill, tell me how you feel. No, I'm not from Dallas, but yes, I'm a cowboy. We them boys. We making loud noise. They ain't fresh to this. I be looking like a house. Got a defensive line that'll make them sit down. Feel like a D-lineman, but still make a touchdown. Get them in their hometown, I ain't here now one time. I've been a big bully since I was on the playground. I'm all grown up and I still don't play around.
Point them out, 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 point them out. Watch them panic. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. Him, and him. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him, and him.
Real.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see the Aviators, Offensive Player of the Year. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Aviators and the Packers on Monday night.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Aviators of Anchorage. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, look at this Anchorage team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And touchdown! A great... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake. Rasmussen rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive.
There he goes, right side, inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Aviators.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 1st and 10, Rasmussen.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Rasmussen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. Justin Fields, excellent in the victory, as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Justin Herbert, a very good performance as his guys run their record now to 5-2. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. C.J. Stroud leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. For this off. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Off play action. Rasmussen. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He finds his man complete. It's Ramsey. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Off the play fake. Rasmussen sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Off the bootleg. Rasmussen. He'll buy some time right. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Aviators have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down right now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? And maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
To throw on 2nd down, Rasmussen. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Rasmussen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Fielded at about the 28. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay off. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st down, Rasmussen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he fends him off. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw on second down. Rasmussen going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. Rasmussen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing on 1st down. Rasmussen under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the Packers' 38-yard line.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Aviators have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there, with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Packers use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Aviators 39. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 10, a little under 2.5 to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rasmussen.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And they work this well upfield. 45.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st down, Rasmussen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
from the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
That's good. 4A. 1st and 10 at the 32.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson, and he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. And their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Aviators 49.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And that kneel down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
Charles, normally
they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up? Never been afraid to play my cards.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Devin White, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Aviators and the Saints, and it's all up next.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Aviators of Anchorage taking on the New Orleans Saints.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Brian Brzee, the man to bring him down. Now a 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Rasmussen. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Saints will take over with a first. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First down, Aviators.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So we are in the final minute now of the 1st half as this offense gets ready to take over. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone in this. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the 1st half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down, Rasmussen. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. 2nd and 6. A final shot before break. Rasmussen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A final shot before break. Rasmussen. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. And what do you hear over and over and over on Hail Marys, Charles? You've got to watch for the batted ball.
In all those years that I played, the proper teaching was go up and bat the ball down. Don't go up and try and catch it, because if you don't, you could actually be the one that deflects it in the air. I wonder if that's going to change a little bit. We're seeing so many...
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is up to 5. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Rasmussen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. They're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
On 1st and 10, Rasmussen.
Now he's free at the 35.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Aviators.
On 1st down, Rasmussen.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Aviators will add to their 4th quarter lead.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A little juke, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Throwing on 1st down, Rasmussen.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He's up to the 20.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
13 yards. First down, Aviators.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And an Anchorage first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground to about the 40-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that.
greatness, you lack the vision. Sacrilegious, I feel my wrath as you ever offended. My clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights of going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation beats opportunity, no? Being great has ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most even. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in. I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening, and no umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you mourn my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a moment? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great as ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.